nous comptons saluer déjà pour toute nouvelle sport, local et étranger. Checkez J&M Sport. Abonnez et download l'app là. Nous pouvons regarder match live sur J&M Sport live. Logo en rouge. Une grosse différence. À l'abonner et download l'app là.
Bonjour, bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue sur channel J&M Sport 101 là. C'est Jojo ak Makos qui potel pour nous. Nous sur Facebook, YouTube et nous même qui propre application par nous qui est disponible sur App Store et Play Store. Just tapez J&M Sport et puis n'a joué une application ça. Depuis nous dit J&M nous connaît nous parler des sports, football, basket, tennis, volleyball, etc. Qui donc n'a dit tout le monde pas oublier abonner avec chaîne YouTube nous et page Facebook nous. Jodia nous pral parler des sports et souvent nous gagnons coach Roland qui vient faire analyse technique dans émission par nous yo. Bon bagay.
What's up, J&M Sports 101 fans? We're back with Wooly for another show. So, Wooly, how you doing?
C'est ça qui passe, Negman. We're back. Parler more facts, okay?
More facts. So, how was your first show with us?
Man, it was amazing, man. Everything I've been saying since the first show that I did has been happening. So
Like
I
what?
don't know. Like the Jazz, the Jazz is still showing that they improved team, even though they lost 2 stars. Well,
One star.
Right. Ever since they lost both of those star players, they've been doing great. They're still doing great. The Lakers won their first game today actually, so they're looking like they're gonna win more. I ain't gonna lie. AD, LeBron, and Russ was pretty happy about that game that they have, and I feel like they could do that every night. And the Heat, they coming along. Feel me? We're not gonna sleep on them though.
Oh, I mean, they're not doing good.
The Heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna get better, man. That's what the Heat do every season. That's why I never trip on my Heat. Feel me? I'm a Heat fan, always been a Heat fan, and I know they're gonna catch back up.
We'll see.
They ain't gonna miss the playoff with Jimmy Butler and Ben
We're not going to be sitting here talking about the Heat. So, we're going to be talking about Klay Thompson.
Oh, man.
Do you think we should be worried about Klay Thompson or we need to give him more time to find himself?
To be honest, it's all about giving him time, really. To be honest, if I'm the coach, I'll start Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole over him?
Yeah, and then just give Klay time off the bench to really find his game again. It's all about finding his game. You gotta remember he was out for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
2 seasons. So it's not
2 seasons and a half.
right. So that's a lot of time you took off. And Jordan Poole is a whole different player. He's a great player, and I feel like he deserves to start right now, especially the way he's playing. And Klay, just do whatever you gotta do.
But you need that one guy off the bench that can really score. If you have Klay not scoring on the starting 5 and you put him on the bench, it's like you have no scoring off the bench.
Right, but if Klay know he's the only option, I think he's gonna have no choice but to step his game up. Cause now
He might even play better with the second unit, like against the second unit of the other team.
You feel like he's gonna play better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. Like you're the second option. Like Russ is playing great right now because he's coming off the
2
bench.
games off the bench, like
You get what I'm saying?
ain't nothing to say about Russ.
Right. So he's playing great. Maybe the Warriors could get a playing book from the Lakers and do the same thing with Klay. And then with him just not taking it personal too. It's just about him knowing that this is for him to find his game and just be patient. I'm pretty sure he's coming. Shooters never lose their touch, so I'm pretty sure he's going to a slump right now. He's gonna get back up there.
I feel like that too, but I mean, he been back for a minute.
Yeah, that too, but you a shooter, man. When you a shooter, you got to lock in. Like, I don't feel like Klay's locking right now. He's been distracted by a lot of things as far as, like, the media and stuff like that. Like, him and Booker got added the other day, and he got
It was a
ejected.
light skin crying.
Like, that's not Klay. Like, he's not the trash-talking person. He's just somebody that's locked in.
Klay be talking shit, like, on the low.
But he took shit throughout his game, though. Like, you feel me? Like,
I feel like he was tight that game, that he was getting cooked by Booker.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Booker had like 30 plus that game. Like, he was cooking. Like that's why he said, "Yo, Klay still my guy. I love him." Like That's exactly the same thing happened with him and LeBron in the finals, and when LeBron cooked them.
Yeah.
And that's why I say Klay should be just like the person that stay quiet and just get back to his game first before he start doing all that extra talking thing.
So you think the best option is to send him to the bench?
Yes, if I'm
How
the
you
Warriors
think that's
coach,
gonna affect him if he goes to the bench?
it shouldn't. I mean, he just gotta understand as a player, like, yo, let me take that role for now. Like, it's nothing personal. You know that the type of player you are. Just it's not gonna be for forever. Just till you find your game again, you move back to the starting lineup.
You don't think it's gonna be hard? Like, let's say you send him to the bench, and within 5 games, like he's putting numbers, and Jordan Poole is really playing well in the starting 5. So now you have to put Jordan Poole back on the bench and play back on the starting lineup. Don't you think it's gonna be a problem?
He gotta give me more than 5 games. That's number one.
Nah, I'm saying if within 5 games, like he's proving you. I know you need more than 5 games, but if in like the first 5 games of the bench, Klay's putting like Klay starting 5 numbers, like you don't think it's time to put him back in the lineup?
I mean, as a coach, you say that, but then again, I was
because the only guy that went to the bench, and I don't think putting good numbers is gonna put him back on the starting 5 is Westbrook.
Right.
Because he's gonna play better with the bench players.
Yeah, that's facts. You could look at the same way too. If he's playing great with the bench, why would you put him back in starting lineups with stronger?
Yeah, he probably gonna finish game now with the starting 5, not the starting 5, but with the other 4 guys or maybe whoever is playing well.
Right,
but I don't think he's a starter in that team anymore.
Yeah, now I was gonna say that too. Like if Klay goes to the bench, like in the 4th quarter, put him in the game to finish the game. You need Klay on the floor. He clutch.
Yeah. What do you think about the 2 losses they just took, like against Charlotte and who has beat them? Detroit. 2 shitty ass team.
Right, now that's right. It happens. Teams have bad nights and stuff like that. It's all a problem too. Klay not scoring, Jermone not really doing much, and then they're not giving the players that deserve the minutes. The extra minutes that they giving to these 2 players. So, that's where the L really came from. And Hornets always play the Warriors like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, every time the Warriors play the Hornets always seems to go crazy on them. Like, the game's always exciting.
You don't think?
And everything.
You don't think Curry choked at the end of the game?
I mean, you can't really say a star player choke, man. They just have bad moments, you feel me? Like, I personally could never say a star player choke. They have bad moments because when they make it, they don't choke. So you can't judge them just because they ain't hit what they were supposed to hit the last minutes. It happens, feel me? So I'm pretty sure they're still gonna make the finals. They're still gonna do great. They might even win the championship. So
the Warriors?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I still think they can win the championship.
The Warriors looking great, man. Don't worry about the L's. They still got lineups to figure out and stuff like that. Just like the Heat.
Because they have Wiseman coming back. They have to find minutes for him. And Klay is like fully started the season with them. Last year he came mid-season, so this year he started the season. So it's a lot to process at once.
That's facts though. But me personally, if I'm the Warriors, I'm letting Jermone go. Like, I'm not even investing
but
in Jermone.
Who are you gonna replace him with?
Honestly, the Lakers want him, so
I would be a free agent.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's gonna be a free agent.
All right, the Lakers are gonna take him, so I'm not paying Jermone no money, cause he's not really doing much. But then again, I could see the value that Jermone is talking about as far as like what he brings to Warriors and he can't bring to other teams, because he playing with Klay and Steph. It's different. Like, if you watch how he plays, you'll be like, okay. But mind you, this dude be setting down some moving screens to the NBA don't call that. But only Jermone could get away with that though. You feel me? But I don't know. I don't feel like he's gonna be Jermone if he goes to a different team though.
I don't think so too.
It's over for him. Like, he's gonna be just like a regular player. Nobody's gonna look at Jermone like Jermone.
A triple single type of player.
Hell yeah, like what? Only in the Warriors, your stats like that, you can get away with. I ain't gonna lie. So.
Yeah, because you got 4 championships. People gonna expect a lot from you, like leaving the Warriors. So
right. That's like dumb in the finals. Like, a couple games where he wasn't scoring, people want him to score. That's not Draymond. Why you asking Draymond to score when he was never that type of player?
Exactly.
So
we're gonna talk about somebody else today. We're gonna talk about Dennis Smith. He's been balling out in Charlotte.
I'm happy for my boy, man.
He's balling out, but do you think he finds himself a home in Charlotte, or once LaMelo is back?
I feel like the Hornets should still invest in. I already know, once LaMelo come back, plus his minutes is gonna drop crazy, and he might not be able to produce that kind of numbers again. Feel me? But if I'm the Hornets, I'm gonna invest some time into him, because he was always that player. You feel me? I feel like they didn't give him a chance in Dallas.
And
the Knicks messed him up. He should have never went to the Knicks.
If you go to the Knicks, it's over for you. Like
he should have never went there. Like I feel like that messed him up right there. Except D-Rose. D-Rose is the only player I feel like that survived the Knicks.
Yeah.
Like he's doing good in the Knicks. He could play with the Knicks. Whatever. I guess he got whatever. He loved the New York energy. I
feel like because D-Rose was already established in the league, MVP and all that. But he had a good first year with Dallas, and then they drafted Luka.
Right.
And then they couldn't play together because Luka, even though Luka is dishing out the ball, but Luka is a selfish player.
Of course. Hell yeah, man.
So,
I would say this. I watched him play one time.
He's good, but he's a selfish player sometimes. So he couldn't really play with Luka, so he got traded to the Knicks. And then from there, it was a downfall for him.
Yeah, man.
But now I see him balling in Charlotte, and I feel like, give that guy a chance. I don't know if he's going to be Charlotte for the rest of the season or if he's going to move somewhere else, but...
Now, he got a chance. I feel like Charlotte's going to keep him because he's able to
They
produce.
don't need him, yeah.
You feel me?
So, like, the same thing we said for Worst and Klay. If LaMelo is back and they can't be on the starting five together, like, let him be on the bench and give him, like, 20, 25 minutes a game, like, where he coming off the bench and he's going to bust everybody on the second unit from the other team. Like, that's a fact.
Well, right now he's starting, right?
Yeah, right now he's starting.
Exactly. And then when you're in that second unit, you're the star, not a superstar, but you're the star of that second unit. Of course, you're going to want the ball like Tyler Hero. You know, not to bring the heat back up, feel me? But Tyler Hero, when he's on that second unit, that's why he's off the bench. Tyler Hero is technically a starter, but he score more off the bench. So, you know, it's just like that. He's going to always have the ball.
That's the same thing John Wall said. Not John Wall. Yeah, John Wall said, John Wall said that shit. But he said something about being the third best player for the Clippers when he's playing with Kawhi and Paul George. So who's gonna guard him?
Do you think he is though?
Nah, he's not.
Who do you think is the third?
Reggie
best?
Jackson.
Right, of course. I mean,
but for now, I think Zubac is playing very well. Like he's grabbing rebounds. Like
now, of course. But what you think about John Wall though? You think he's having that redeem season?
I mean, he had a redeem game against the Lakers, and that was it.
Really? That's the only good game he had? I feel like he's been playing great all season.
He's playing okay, but compared to what he had against the Lakers and then compared to what he's getting now, it's not the same thing. But he's going to get there. And, I mean, it's been like a year and a half since he last played in the league. But he wasn't injured. He wasn't injured. That's the funny thing. He wasn't injured. The Rockets just sat him down the whole season because he wanted to start. And they didn't want to start him. So they decided not to play him at all. So, but he wasn't injured. So as far as him being injured, he already sat 2 years out with an injury, and then he came back, played 41 games for the Rockets, and then sat out the next season. So it's hard for him. 41 games in the last 3 seasons, it's hard. But he's gonna get there. And I think what's messing up the Clippers right now, it's a Kawhi not playing enough games.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
He's already back with that bullshit load management, so they got to do something about it because it don't make no sense.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be healed by the time, like, probably have an all-star break. He's going to be playing a lot of games just to get his groove back because, of course, you want to get your groove back before the playoffs start, right?
But when you do that, like, Kawhi doesn't train with the team. Paul George doesn't train with the team. So how are you going to build chemistry with the other guys? Because regular season, you're going to win games. But it's the playoff. Can you win a 7-game series against the Warriors if you have no chemistry? Can you win a 7-game series against Phoenix if you have no chemistry? Can you win a 7-game series against the Memphis? Memphis is like young. These niggas are young and athletic.
Hungry.
Yeah.
They coming for revenge. Yo, we not even talking about them boys, but yo.
Can you beat them in a 7-game series? Because the way I see Ja playing, and they got that Bradley guy, what's his name? Bain?
Yeah, yo, that's my boy right there, man. He look like he's from New York, man.
Can you beat them in a 7-game series? It's all that. And no, don't forget, New Orleans is coming strong too. Can you beat those teams with no chemistry in a 7-game series? As far as New Orleans, they might beat them because they're young.
Right.
If they make it to the playoffs, it's going to be the second time going to the playoffs. So they might have that advantage against them. But as far as like Phoenix, even Memphis and Warriors, can you beat them? Because Klay is not doing the team any good by him sitting out games and just because he don't want to play.
Nah, that's true. But like I said, I feel like, those teams are going to figure it out because those teams that's been there, they passed that stage, and of course they're going to make, whatever is possible to just fix the lineup. It's all about lineup changes right now. You know, trying out lineups. That's how I look at it. Like, you know, people's gonna give certain lineups a try. Like the Lakers, like I feel like they doing lineup changes right now and stuff like that. Like, because you gotta remember, their true center is not even playing yet, which is Bryant. Is his name,
Bryant,
right? Yeah,
Thomas
like,
Bryant.
Because AD's playing center right now, so AD's not a center.
I think AD is too soft to be playing on.
Right, he's a power forward. That's where AD's been a beast at, the power forward. That's what he's known for. You feel me? Like when him and Boogie linked up, you saw them games. That most was dropping 40 every game. So I feel like he's gonna play great when he's really playing his position.
You just mentioned Boogie. How do you feel Boogie not in the league right now?
Man, I feel if I'm the Heat, I'm gonna grab him, bro.
You're gonna grab everybody.
Man, the Heat need a true big man. That's what the Heat been needed. Like I don't know why they still experiencing that. Bam Adebayo playing the big, because we get killed on rebounds whenever we get in the playoffs. Like the season we do good. Come playoff time, we get killed. But
that's when you get exposed. Because I always tell people that, like, you could play 4 games against a team in the regular season, you beat them all 4 games. But come playoff times, they have time to study the game that you beat them. Okay, I got a rebound, so next game I'm gonna try to fight the rebound. It was too many turnovers. I'm gonna fix that. That's how Warriors ended up beating the Celtics. They see where they struggles, and they fix that game after game after game after game. Because if you look at the finals, the first 2 games could have go for the Warriors. The first game they gave it away, and they beat the Celtics the second game, and then they lost game 3, which game 3 to me was the only game where Celtics really had that game.
And they blew it.
Beat the Warriors. No, they won game 3, and then that was it. They lost 3 in a row. So playoff is a different type of.
No, that's facts. Playoffs is when you
basketball.
get exposed.
Yeah, that's when niggas get
They
exposed,
really show you
team
a
get
weakness,
exposed,
like,
coaches get exposed. That's
what?
when everything happened in the playoff.
That's what happened to Doc Rivers. He get exposed every playoffs, bro. Like,
talking about Doc Rivers.
he might save his job. I don't know. The Sixers.
Talking about Doc Rivers. Ben Simmons is in Brooklyn and Harden is on Philly right now. Both teams is not doing well how we expected them to start. Right. How do you feel about Doc Rivers doing in Philly? How do you think they're gonna find themselves like going forward?
First off, if we're talking about like who won the trade first, Sixers won the trade. Half of the players they traded for Harden, they gone already. So that's one. Second, the Sixers gonna figure it out. They got my boy PJ Tucker, because whoever he's guarding is dropping 50 on his head. But I love PJ though, bro. But he brings something to the team as far as like turning these guys into dogs and stuff like that. So I like that about him. That's one thing I love about him. That's why I hate it when he left the Heat, right? But you're going to talk about that though, right? But the Sixers going to find their groove, right? They just got to really find how to play with each other. And B got to stop shooting and just start driving the ball more too. Same thing for AD too. AD's like scared of the basket now. That dude don't drive no more. I don't know what's happening with bigs.
I mean, they're both guys that like could get injured. Like if you look at them, like too hard. You blink at AD, he injured. You blink at Embiid, he injured.
Right, that too. But, I mean, you got to remember, that's how they've been dogs. Like, you know, bullying dudes and just getting in the paint and scoring that, man. They just got to really get back to their game. Like, Embiid really just got to get back in the paint and kill it. This dude is shooting jump shot every game. Like, that's it. Like, him and Ryan Harden.
And I'm surprised that is letting him doing all that shit, because I understand if he was D'Antoni as a coach. Because that's what he does. Everybody's shooting threes. Like, everybody's shooting threes.
That boy wasn't the coach.
But if you have Dak should be able to talk to Embiid and be like, yo, we need you inside, because that's where you're going to be very effective. Like, you shooting threes from the outside, setting for jumpers all the time, it's not going to help us. It's not going to help you.
Word.
But I don't know. But I think Philly going to figure it out and make it work. But now, talking about Brooklyn, I don't think it's going to work.
Now, with Brooklyn, now I'm not saying Ben got to start shooting threes, but he could start with the midi at least first. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude airball a layup. That's crazy. Now, that's how you know the game is really into his head, if you airballing a layup, bro. But he's still making nice plays, though, as a point guard, because that's what he's always been playing for the Sixers. He's been a point guard. He's really just new at this big man stuff. He's playing the power forward, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at from the apps, they're gonna tell you it's point guard, but I think I see that nigga playing power forward.
Well, I mean, Kyrie on the floor, obviously he's not playing point guard. Kyrie got the ball in his hand, or KD. Then I mean, listen, with Ben, he really just gotta. I don't know. He just gotta start shooting. Have he been taking jump shots throughout this games? You gotta start shooting something, bro. I seen this dude shooting in warm-ups. He's airballing.
You don't think it's a mental thing?
Of course, hell yeah. What? That's the problem. If you airball a layup, a wide open layup, bro, hell yeah, it's a mental thing, bro. The game.
You saw that game when Kyrie said, "Ben, shoot it."
Hell yeah, yo, bro. I'm like, damn. That's how you know it's bad. Like he had an open dunk, he stopped and passed the ball. I'm like.
That's why he's not playing for Philly anymore. That's the same thing he did against the Hawks. Like he had an open layup and then he decided to pass. And
that was crazy.
The guy got fouled, missed one and made one. So that was it for him.
That was crazy.
Because I felt like after that play, and then when Dak was talking to the press, Dak just straight up like destroying him. And like Dak was like, I don't think we can win a championship with Ben as our point guard. When you say shit like that, that means we don't need Ben here anymore. And Embiid made it worse, talking shit about him, and then they wanted him to come back. If you were Ben Simmons, would you go back to Philly and play?
Oh hell no. What? But you can't take things personal if you're in the NBA, man. You're gonna deal with stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, but not from your coach and supposedly the best player on the team.
Listen, obviously doing something wrong. If everybody is talking about you like that, you just gotta really check yourself sometimes. Like, damn, am I really doing that bad? Let me check myself before I really say something or do something that I know I'm gonna regret. Now, if this dude get traded, well, let's just say he don't get traded and his season go like this, he might just become like a average player now. He's not gonna be Ben Simmons that he was.
Ben I'm watching now is an average player.
No, but like you know what I mean. Like he was Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was that dude before. Like he was really wilding when he was on Sixers before, but now he's like, it's going downhill. He's at that stage where he gotta really get back
scored
up.
10 points yet.
Right. So he got to get to that point where
he got fouled out twice already.
Yeah, that too. But like I said, it's a new position. He's not used to really guarding big men like that and stuff like that.
He's a big man.
Yeah, but that's like we could say the same thing about when he won Rookie of the Year when he wasn't even a rookie. Feel me? So he's not used to things like that. For me, so
I mean, technically he was a rookie. He didn't play no game the first year, so technically he was a rookie.
Yeah, but he got a lot of shame for that though, because people was claiming he wasn't a rookie.
I mean, it's the rules. They need to change the rules.
Right, now we get it though, but people's gonna shame him for that. And that's what's happening with him right now. People are shaming him, it's getting into his head, and he's not playing how he needs to be played. He's letting the game get into his head. He's not thinking like, damn, I'm playing with two stars, I can't mess up. That's how he's thinking, like, damn, if I mess up, everybody's gonna get on my case. I feel like that's how he's thinking. And if he could just let all that go, he's gonna be the Ben that he always been. So, and his game's gonna come back. He's eventually gonna start shooting.
You don't think he need that worse treatment?
Oh man, he can't handle that. Hell nah, he can't. Nah, he might sit out a whole season again, man. He can't handle that pressure. You gotta remember, Westbrook don't give a damn. Like he don't care what you say. This dude don't care. Like I like Westbrook energy, man.
Nah, I don't like it.
I don't like it. Like he don't care.
You have to be able to sit down and be like, all right, I know I'm not playing well. I'm not gonna come to the media and be like, yeah, I'm playing like shit. But you have to be honest and be like, yo. Even though when I was having a triple-double, I was shooting 25% from the floor, 3% from the three. I'm just saying he wasn't really 3%, but you should be like, yeah,
right.
I'm not the same player anymore. Maybe I should step back and then let LeBron and AD do their thing, and then I'll just dish out the ball. But Ross been thinking like, yo, I'm still playing well. I was looking at something on Facebook the other day. Ross had that one game in OKC when he had 51 points and a triple-double.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yo,
the percentage.
He shot 17 for 44. That's 38%. And he shot 2 over 10 on 3. That's 20%. So, if you're looking at the numbers, 51 points is a lot, but the percentage are not good.
Nah,
and that's I've been saying that even before I had a show. Was averaging triple-double never fazed me. Because it was just him putting up stats, and that's it.
That's the thing too, though, right? That's another thing people gotta understand. Russ is not playing by himself anymore, so the numbers that he was providing before, he can't do that no more because he can't take that many shots.
It's not just if it was him and AD, probably. If it was him and LeBron, probably not even him and LeBron. It would have been him and AD because LeBron also won the ball, and LeBron can also have a triple-double. But him and AD and LeBron, it's not gonna work. And I heard Danny Green saying something over the weekend. I was listening to a podcast, and he said, it's not all Russ because Russ doesn't have no shooters around him. But last year, if we're looking at the roster, they had Melo. Melo is a shooter. They had what's his name? Ellington. Ellington is a shooter.
That's the funny thing. They drop all their shooters. Their best shooter is gone now.
So you had shooters. You had shooters last year.
It just didn't work.
It just didn't work. Like, and that's something I've seen in the Lakers since like Kobe's last few years. Every guy that's around the league, they say that are shooters. Every time they come to the Lakers, it's like niggas like I'm not a shooter anymore. Like I don't even know how to call them. Like I'm a ball boy, cause Ellington, that was his second time playing for the Lakers.
Right.
He came when Kobe was there. He was a shooter, and like I never seen that nigga hit a three. Lakers drafted a guy named Ryan Kelly. I remember his name till this day.
Yeah, I know him too.
A white boy.
Yeah,
nigga was
shooter,
a
right?
shooter from Duke. He came to the Lakers. Nigga couldn't hit a three. Like, give me a 10-day contract. I hit 3 threes in a game. Like, yo, we had mad niggas that they say was shooters, and then they came into the Lakers, and then they can't shoot. And we had the same problem. Even though Melo was a shooter, but Melo was not shooting at Melo level. That's why he's not in no team this year. We had Malik Monk. That's the nigga was a shooter. Like,
Yo, I don't know. But I think Malik left because they wasn't paying him. What you think?
I think so too, but niggas be slick because a day before free agency started, nigga was like, yo, Lakers is where I want to be. I don't even care about the money. And then the next day, nigga, you signed for like 20 million for the Kings. Like, nigga,
Maybe
like,
he ain't see that kind of money yet. He like, yo, I'm a Laker for life. 20 million? Hold on. Nah, it be like that though. That's what happened with PJ too. He left for the money.
yeah.
The Heat ain't giving that much money. Right? You crazy.
I mean, you know, Pat Riley don't play that shit. Like,
40 years old, you want that much money? You crazy, man. UD's the only person I get away with something like that, man. Because UD we bring more to the team than PJ, you feel me? So
Come on, man. You didn't doing nothing to the Heat.
I feel like he's mentoring these guys. And mentoring is important. As you know, young players and stuff like that, you need a person to
Let me
mentor
tell you
you into
something.
the NBA.
If let's say I was to be a rookie on the Heat roster today, and Haslem wanted to mentor me, nigga, you need to be on the court and show me how to do it. Don't just tell me.
Yo, he played last night. He hit a jump shot. You ain't see my boy. Now he hit a mini, bro.
It was a blowout game.
Yo, listen, it don't matter. Now he was actually playing before we got blown out. We didn't even get blown out. We lost by like 6 points. We
Why
came
was
back
he in the game?
because he's UD. He kept fucking. Nah, you gotta understand UD job, man. He's not there to score. He's not there to play. He's there to mentor. Probably then he just don't want to retire yet.
Just
and
give
then,
him a job as a coach.
I'm pretty sure that's next. But right now he needs to. I don't know, man. But you gotta understand, UD is that one person that you need to. If you want somebody to go out there and toughen up a guy, the opponent, they're gonna call UD.
Yeah, KG was doing that when he was back with the Celtics, and he make Big Baby cry. Because Big Baby was playing bad, and
Big Baby was a funny player.
I don't know why he said to Big Baby on the bench, and next thing I know, Big Baby was crying.
Damn.
But yeah, really crying on the bench.
Real
But,
tears?
yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know about that. That's a grown
We have a
man.
little beef going on right now. We have what's his name? We have Paul Pierce, KG, have a beef with Haslem, as we were talking about him. Because they say, oh, the Heat is done, the window title is closed for them. And UD was like, yeah, it's closed for us, just like we closed you guys like 6-7 years ago. So how do you feel about that?
You gotta remember, that's always gonna be the comeback whenever a Celtic player say something to the Heat, because we own them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, y'all have.
Because UD said that game 6 and game 7 still sitting in your head.
Oh, of course, yo. Bro, you gotta remember, LeBron has an interview where he claimed he was playing around with these guys in a game 6 where it was go home or, win for LeBron.
The Heat was down 3-2.
Yeah, LeBron was like, I'm trying new moves. Who try new move in a game that you could lose? If you lose, you go home.
You go home.
This dude admit that he was trying new move. He was playing. He's not missing. I'm like, what?
I think
that was
game,
crazy.
That's the game he had 45. I
Yeah,
think 45,
that's
15 rebounds.
That's when he had that crazy stare down,
Yeah.
like the one that went crazy viral.
To be honest, I thought the Celtics was gonna win.
Oh nah, listen.
Once I see LeBron game 6 LeBron, I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Yo, facts. Yo, when I saw my boy the Diamonds in the first quarter, I was watching that game live. You know I was going crazy,
I'm
man.
like,
Listen,
yo, it's over.
I've been a Heat fan, man. That game, he was not missing. He was really just pulling anything. I'm like, damn. LeBron is that dude. That's why I always have respect for LeBron no matter what team he plays
you
for.
a fan?
I'm not a fan, but I respect his game. Like, I would
You've
never...
been a Heat fan. Who was your favorite player with that big three?
You know what's funny? The big three is Chris Bosh, actually. Chris Bosh is my favorite player. I liked him. He's great. I just wanted always to see Chris Bosh do good. And then after that, it became D-Wade, because D-Wade, who don't love D-Wade? Like, D-Wade is the
If you're a
is
Heat
a
fan,
GOAT.
you gotta love D-Wade.
Facts. Like, this dude is just amazing. He's dope. And if you watch him before before LeBron and Chris Bosh came aboard, he was that dude. You feel me? And he won a championship without them, so you got to put respect on his name,
He
too.
had shot.
And then another Heat favorite was Hassan Whiteside. Nah, if you watch his story, you will see why he
came from far, but
right. Like,
and
but
he
he
fell
just
right back down.
He's like Andrew Bynum, if y'all know who Andrew Bynum is. He's one of those dudes. Like, they catch that bread and then they just don't know how to act no more.
Yeah, that's it.
But
So beside Whiteside, who was your favorite from the Heat?
oh, of course, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets, and Bam Adebayo, of course. These two guys, I love them. But honestly, I feel like Bam should be at the power forward, not the center for me. I don't feel like the small lineup is working for the Heat when it comes to, like, you know, big games. Like, when you gotta well, they've been doing good guarding Joel, but, you know, we choked against the Celtics. We couldn't show up. That's why Bay was getting killed on the boards.
Do you think if Joel played the first two games, you guys would have won the series?
Oh, hell no. But then again, of course, chemistry was also needed. So I'm not sure. Because Harden really had to play all 7 games. You know, whatever, how many games.
It was 6 games.
Right. But if Harden would have played all series long, they probably would have went to 7. And Harden was not consistent enough. You remember, he was going through, like, some things in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
When you come from New York, you go through a lot of things, man. You got to let that process out. Now he's having a better season, man. He's been doing great so far.
Yeah.
He's playing like Harden again, so that's good. But
So we have one team that really playing well, but we didn't really talk about it earlier. But and that one player too. So what do you think about the Cavs and Mitchell?
oh man, they're the underdogs right now, man. And that's funny for a team to have a superstar. You think Mitchell's a superstar yet? Or a star?
I mean, he's a star, because to me he's not a number 1. He's a number 2. And I don't think he'll ever reach the number 1 spot. I think he's always gonna be a number 2 who needs a number 1 by himself so he can win. But on his team, he's a star.
Right. Like he's an underdog right now. Like,
Not even a star. This team is a superstar.
on that team.
Yeah. Even when he was with the Jazz, he was a superstar, but he's not a superstar of the league.
Right, and you gotta remember that's the Cavs. Like, the Cavs not known for winning right now, even though they was doing good last season.
Yeah.
But now they just upgraded with Mitchell in the lineup now, man. They're looking great, man.
They're doing great, to be honest. But I'm not gonna be surprised to see them in the top 6. But I think definitely they're not gonna be in play-in tournament. They're gonna be directly in the playoff.
Oh, of
top
course.
6.
I mean,
If they can stay consistent.
if they're not in the top 6, man, and then they're playing, people are gonna talk crazy. Now they gonna start playing Mitchell. That's
But,
like why the Jazz
I
don't
mean,
work.
last year they went to the play-in and then they didn't make it to the playoffs. So you can't.
No, they didn't have Mitchell. I'm talking about the blame on Mitchell, not the Cavs. Like, not the
Yeah.
Cavs.
But
Mitchell.
do you think Mitchell's gonna be there long term?
Oh yeah, he seems to love it. He loves playing on the Cavs, and I feel like he's more himself. He's averaging more. His numbers grew.
Let me tell you something. When you first got traded somewhere and you can't really act like, oh, I don't want to be there, and you have like 2-3 years left on your contract, like you can't be really talking shit.
But listen, if they gonna pay me, if I'm Mitchell, they paying me, I'm gonna be like a Lillard. You feel me? Like, and be
Talking about
loyal.
later, like you think it's fair to him to be that loyal to Portland?
And
And
that's
do you
him.
think he can win in Portland?
But my boy's gonna learn the hard way. They might just say, hey, listen, business is business, but we gotta move
Yeah,
on.
I feel like one day they're gonna just
Yeah, of
have
course.
to move on.
They're gonna get tired of paying him.
Because just like they're moving from almost every other guy that was there, like CJ and all that. Not like if you look at the team this year, they're doing better than they were doing last year, even when Lillard was out.
Of course.
The new guys are putting numbers and stuff, but it's gonna come a time like they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not a big team, but
we got a good offer for you, so
Word,
pack your shit and go.
And Portland's not giving that dude that big of a contract again.
Yeah, I think that was the last one, and then he.
Of course, you got this long to show us that you could take us to far in the playoff. It will work. And another guy that's underrated too this season is Simmons on the Blazers. He's been doing good.
He's been putting numbers since last season. At the end of the last season.
Nah, but this season he's wilding.
He got paid. I don't remember how much he got paid over the summer, but
he got a little bread too.
Money,
yeah, nah, he's been like, I'm talking about like literally just trusting him with the last shot. Like he's like, yo, it's your turn to shine now, man. But you got paid, you got the big bag, take that shot. I'm like, oh.
So you think he became the CJ for a little?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's what people are calling it. Of course, that's what they're looking for. And he's looking like that second dude that's on the Blazers. Like, all right, let me step up and show people what I really got. He's one of those dudes. So.
I mean, we'll see how it's gonna go. But it's still early in the season, and anything can happen.
Right. Who do you feel like is the most underrated team right now in the NBA since the season started?
That's doing well or not doing well?
Doing well, of course.
I think it's the Jazz.
Right. And
Spurs?
most overrated?
Most overrated?
Yeah.
Do they really have one right now?
I feel like it's the Bucks.
I feel like
it
might be them, but I feel like they still have a chance to win the title.
Hell no. The Bucks ain't winning no more chips, man. You gotta understand. Giannis had his year. That was it. I'm happy for my boy, but no more. You feel me? That's the only time the Heat lost. I ain't really care. I ain't really get mad because Giannis deserved it. You gotta feel me. You feel me? So it was either Giannis or Chris Paul.
Nah. Okay, I take Giannis. I don't fuck with Chris Paul like that.
Because he didn't come to the Lakers?
I mean, he wanted to, but what got me tight is how you gonna sit in front of like many other people and say, oh, it was a dream to play for the Clippers.
Dang.
Ain't nobody dream to play for the Clippers. Ain't nobody dream about that. Like
any salty person is gonna say that, man. You feel me? So
nah. You got traded to the Lakers, the league blacked it, and you ended up in the Clippers. Alright, yeah, I'm happy to be. I'm not even gonna say I'm happy to be there. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be playing basketball in Los Angeles, but for the Clippers, and that's it. Don't be telling me, yo, it was a dream to play for the Clippers. Even kids that were born in LA wouldn't say that shit. So, last point, the last subject we're gonna talk about is should the Lakers be looking to trade 80 or Westbrook or both? Would you go even as far as trading LeBron James?
Oh man, I would never touch LeBron, man. You gotta understand that's your key player whenever it's like, hard games, like in the playoffs, deep into the playoffs, you're gonna need LeBron.
But you're not going into the playoffs, so we're not even.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if they was to get better, though, like, let's just say LeBron is that dude. Like, you get LeBron into the playoff, he's gonna do some damage, bro. Like, LeBron is not just gonna lose like that. We ain't gonna talk about what happened with the Suns. That's different. Feel me?
They had 80 getting injured. That's what happened with the
Right,
Suns.
that too. They had a bad season for me. Boom. But I feel like you give, you keep LeBron and you try to move some pieces for AD and Russ, but you gotta do it quick because these dudes are getting worse day by day.
I heard Pelinka said they're gonna wait until 20 games to do anything.
Oh, word. Yeah, I mean that too. Feel me? So it's like you can't just. You gotta move some pieces around, at least. The Lakers is looking right. That team right now, they guys not gonna make it far unless they make some moves happen.
How many wins do you think they might get with that team if they keep that team together for the entire season?
They better be lucky to get 20 wins. I ain't gonna lie to you. That team, the threes is crazy. And they're shooting the threes like it's going in. Like the way they shoot the threes, you think they some nice ass 3-point shooters, man. LeBron taking logo threes, like boy airball. Like what? AD took a corner three. The dude didn't even guard him. He turned around. Like, that's crazy.
That was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, I think with that roster, I think the Lakers might win 25 games, and they're lucky they got a W against Denver.
That's a good one, man.
They were the only team without a W so far, and then they got one, and so they're now tied with Kings for the worst record in the league.
Right behind OKC.
Yeah.
OKC got a better record than y'all?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because we were dead last place.
That's tough.
So I don't know what's going to happen. And the way the Lakers is going right now, they're looking for that number 1 draft pick. That tall ass kid. So I don't know. Anything can happen, and it's the Lakers. So
You're a Laker fan, right?
I used to be. I retired same year as Kobe retired. So.
Yeah, man. But I mean, y'all won a championship, man. I
Who was
can't forget,
Who
man.
was the bubble? Like
It's
I
still a
can't really
championship.
respect that. Like
It's still a championship, man. You got, hey, listen, it's still a championship. But what do you feel like if you was the GM for the Lakers? What changes you making?
I trade everybody.
And that's crazy. Even LeBron?
I trade everybody.
Nah, I'm not trying.
Because I feel like LeBron is probably not comparing to them because he just want to get his numbers, surpass Kareem, and then call it a day.
Right.
LeBron don't really care anymore about making the playoffs. Because I remember last year he said, I promised the Laker fan, like, this is the last time we're going to miss the playoff. And we're not going to be in the playoff this year.
It's early. It's still early, man.
You playing in the West, you lose 5 games in a row.
But you got LeBron, though. Look at this dude playing with his age, man. How
Yeah,
can you trade
I
LeBron
gave
for
him
his
respect for
age?
that. Not because he's playing bad. It's because he's the only
His
value that
value.
we have on the team.
Right, and you probably get some good pieces for
Yeah,
LeBron.
we have no draft picks, so in order for us to get like good values back, draft picks and stuff, we have to trade LeBron. Because if I'm a GM around the league, I'm not giving you nothing for 80. Because 80 is like injury prone. I'm not gonna give you draft picks like for a guy that's gonna play 20 games, 25 games every season, and who's not playing as a big man, who just settling for jumpers. Like I'm not giving you nothing, and we're not even gonna even talk about Ross. Ross is on the last year of a contract. People don't even want to take him just to finish the contract. So
You know what? Like I said
it should
before,
be 80 and or LeBron.
if I'm a Heat GM, I'm taking Rush.
I heard there's that talk going on where Ross is going to the Heat. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh man, I'm sending Kyle to the Lakers quick as that, man. Kyle, let me stop talking about the Heat.
Kyle and Ross. I think it's the same thing, but Kyle is worse now. Like I don't know.
No,
man.
but at least you wouldn't worry about Kyle taking those crazy shots, nothing like that. You feel me? Like he got that. Like Kyle, he would rather not shoot. He'll pass the ball, rather than make plays. He'll run around. Like he'll make you have some great cardio.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what he's good for. Like this dude could run. Like he make the offense go fast and stuff like that. Like he won't score, but he still move the ball around and stuff like that.
Exactly. Well, Rolly, this is the end of the show. So we had a great show again. Second episode. So you feeling okay now? Probably gonna be doing that shit by yourself now.
Hey, listen, it's gonna be lit, man. I'm always gonna stay in my mind what I said the first episode too. The Jazz are making the playoffs. Don't forget I said that.
All right, Steve Bayless.
Let's get it.
Well, this is it. We're gonna call it done now. So we see you next week for another show with me. Probably me and Willie or Willie with the other guy. So it was nice having you, Willie, once again. So I'll see you next week.
Next week, baby, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Nou menm ki fanatik sport, pa gen ni 2 ni 3 pou n'fè. Download app J&M Sports 101 nan. E si nou bezwen gade match en direct, pa gen lot opsyon ke J&M Live. Abone, branche, fè sa pou n'fè, mais J&M Sports 101, J&M Live liye, na pousse pou vi devan.